Hello, my name is Sam, and today I will be teaching you how to set up compression within your DAW. The DAW that I will be using is FL Studio, and FL Studio has a plugin called Fruity Limiter, which is a little bit confusing because it has three different processors in it. It has a compressor here, it has a limiter, and it has functionality for noise gate. And within this plugin, we'll be able to see a few things about how compression works. We'll be able to see input of the sound, output of the sound, the threshold level, the gain output level, and also the ratio. So let's go back to our compressor. Okay, and so let's quickly go over the different components of a compressor. So you have your threshold, which is the level at which the dynamic processor starts to function. You have your ratio, which is how much the compressor functions once it crosses a certain threshold. You have your attack, which measures how fast the compression changes as it goes above the threshold, and your release, which measures how fast the compression changes as it goes below the threshold. And then you have your output gain, which is basically a volume fader for the compressed sound. You also have knee and look ahead, which are two advanced functions. I won't get into them into this lesson, but they can be very useful. And so what I'm going to play for you to show how compression works is a set of drums. I've got a drum bus here that's connected that basically groups my two kicks here that are set at a pretty high level, and I have a clap also that's set at a low level, right? So the dynamic range here is quite large. So let's go ahead and play that so we can hear how it sounds. Okay, so we know how that sounds. Let's start playing around with some of the parameters here. So you can see my threshold level is set to 18 decibels, and if you look at the top left of the screen, you'll see 18 decibels over here. Now let's set our ratio to 4:1, which is extreme compression, or heavy compression, I should say. I'm just going to tweak our attacks just a little bit. Let's bring this to 2 milliseconds. Let's bring this to 150 or 137, whatever. Let's bring our output gain all the way up. Okay. And now let's hear what it sounds like when we turn compression off. Let's hear what it's like when we turn compression on. So you can hear with compression on that the dynamic range is a lot smaller. So the kicks don't sound as loud anymore, and the the clap doesn't sound as soft anymore, right? So the difference between those is reduced. You can also hear some of the dynamics of the clap more. You can hear some of the reverb on it. So let's listen to it again without the compression and with the compression. So without compression, and with compression. And so here in the middle of the screen, you can see the purple denotes the input and the gray denotes the output. Here's my threshold level in the light blue line, and then my output gain is all the way up. And so that's the conclusion of our lesson for today on how to set up compression within your DAW. I hope you learned something, and I just wanted to reflect really quickly on the process. This was a little bit difficult. One, I had to learn about compression, which wasn't an intuitive topic. Two, I had to research how to set up compression within my DAW. And then three, I had to figure out how to record this video, which took a few tries. Thank you for the time.